Hi guys, today we're going to break down some chicken and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do it. With this first one, we're going to break it down all the way kind of into your 8 standard size cuts. So first thing we want to do is we want to take off the wings. You kind of make an incision on the back and then you can see right here where that joint goes. You just want to make sure your knife goes in there and it's just nice and easy. You shouldn't have to fight anything. We're gonna do the same on this other guy. We're gonna make an incision in the back. We're gonna lift it up. It's gonna practically take itself off and you're just gonna bring your knife in, take it off. There we got our 2 wings. Now we're gonna flip this guy over and we want it to lie flat. So we're actually gonna make a couple of incisions here to separate the legs from the breast. And you can go all the way here and just pop those thigh sockets right out. Now it's gonna lay nice and flat. Make sure you have a towel. I prefer a paper towel just because I can throw it away afterwards, just to wipe down your hands. If your hands get slippery, it's gonna be pretty dangerous. We're gonna make 2 incisions right down the breast, 1 on each side. We're gonna do this first because if we were to just take one breast off, sometimes it doesn't sit very well and it's gonna be a lot harder to make that first incision. Now, there are a couple of ways to do this. You have the wishbone down here. And if you wanted the maximum yield, you would actually make a couple of small incisions down here and rip that wishbone right out. It's a lot of work. Most people don't do that. So we're gonna not do that today. You're gonna just hold on to the breast and with your knife, just follow the bone. Just kind of a nice little sawing motion. I like taking off that side before going up here and focusing up here. That's it. There's one breast. Now, I'm right-handed, so this is kind of awkward. I'm gonna actually turn the chicken around. This is more natural for me. So I'm gonna cut this way, and again, just kind of following the bone. I'm gonna peel the breast away. Just like that. There's number 2. Lots of nice skin on there. Okay, so we're gonna get down to the thighs. Now from here, it's a lot easier to just take your knife and just go right through. If you're going for speed, of course that's what you would do. But if you look back here, got a couple of nuggets. These guys, they're called the oysters. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, everyone considers that the best part. So if you want that to be part of your thigh, you're gonna have to spend a little extra time. You're gonna come in here, make a small incision, and use your finger to pop it out. And then just follow your knife below. And that way, the oyster right here is part of your chicken thigh. Now, if you don't do it, just kind of make sure you go back and you peel it off afterwards so that you're not wasting it. I like following my knife along the bone again. This socket's already disconnected. Now we just take it right off. From here, we have a leg quarter, but usually you want to separate the thigh from the drumstick. So if you look over here, up top, there's a little indentation. If you run your finger along, you can kind of feel it, place where it divots in. That's where you want to cut. Shouldn't have to force it. Once you find that, angle your knife there, nice and easy, no resistance. Okay, there's one. We're gonna do the same on the other guy. I'm gonna use my knife, make a little incision, and then since we're on this other side, I'm gonna have to use my thumb to pop it out. And again, this is just so we get that oyster, but it's totally not necessary. And you just want to find where the bone is. Run your knife as close to the bone as possible. And from here, you can just go down and out. Here we have our carcass. Perfect for making stocks. If this shape's a little large, you can simply take your knife, go in. You can easily break it into smaller components. I'm going to put that back here. So here we have a leg quarter, and again, you can see it on the underside as well if you want. Some people prefer cutting it this way, but we're going to find where it goes inwards, and you can feel it with your finger. You can see down here, just kind of like a little guide almost, and just nice and easy, just like that. No resistance. Now if you cut and you realize there's some resistance, no worries, just reset. Sometimes you could cut halfway and then kind of pop it out of the socket to find where it connects and then just go through it. Again, not a big issue. So there's one chicken broken down into 8 parts. You can easily cut the breast in half and get 10 pieces. I'm going to show you a couple of other things you could do. So again, here we have a whole chicken. Now, let's see, first thing we could do is we could take the backbone out. So you would stand it straight up and you would bring your chef's knife, something a little larger, and you would just cut straight down. And you can also use kitchen shears for this if you want. But if you have a pretty good knife, this is not too hard to do. So again, we're just running it right down the spine. Just like so. And I haven't really done this since culinary school, so excuse how slow I am. So here we go, we've taken that out. Taken the backbone out, and from here, so when the chicken's in half, we have a butterfly chicken. So you could have this whole chicken, you can kind of press it down. It's a nice shape. You can grill the entire thing just like this. A lot of people like that. You could do half a whole chicken if you just take it off the breastbone. So it's not hard to do that. We just cut down. And I'm going to go ahead preemptively get my second cut there. Follow this down and then just kind of peel it off the bone. You can see the rib cage right there. Just going for maximum yield. Just taking my time. There's the thigh bone. So here we have half a chicken, which you can cook just like this. But let's say we changed our mind, so we can easily cut along the skin. We've got our leg quarters again. Here we have a breast, skin on with the wing attached. You can actually go right here, pop that out. And this right here is an airline breast. So this is, sometimes you'll see on a menu, it would say skin on boneless breast with the drumette attached. And I think one theory they call it an airline breast is because this kind of looks like the wing of an airplane. And you could roast this whole, kind of slice it up, fan it out nicely. Here we have a leg quarter. And then now we got this guy right here. So let's take it off the bone first. And I can feel the wishbone right here. Here we go. Again, we're just kind of peeling it away from those bones. There you go. Here we have the rib cage. So again, we have this. Now we could kind of go fancy if we really wanted to. And kind of just try to remove all the bones here. Make it easier to eat. We find where that bone attaches. Make an incision inwards. And then we can cut around this first knuckle out here. And then we can kind of just scrape it. At this point, you could easily just remove the thigh bone. Thigh bone. You could leave the drumstick in for presentation, or if you really want, you can take that guy out too. Just cut along this side. And this one's going to be a little trickier, just a lot of connective tissue around this upper joint. It's really just about using the tip of your knife, finding your way around it. A lot of tendons, and sever them. From here, probably easier to just use a towel, grab it. Another bone, push it back out. Okay, and here we have boneless half a chicken. You can do the same thing with the wing. It's going to be a little more tedious because they're smaller bones. But this whole thing you could grill up, slice it all the way down, very nice, very easy. And that's it. That's a couple of different ways to cut up chicken. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's a cut of chicken that you didn't see that you want to see, go ahead, let me know in the comments section below. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.